So yeah, those Argentinians, they're actually in 15 countries. They actually ended up taking over the whole world. They're on all the continents except
Tell me Australia.
for Antarctica.
Ah, damn it. I was hoping it would be Australia.
They're in Australia, Europe, Asia.
Well, the question is, how do we deport them?
Can't.
Fuck. Okay.
Argentina. They're an invasive species.
Oh, it's not because they're Argentinian, okay? It's because they're ants. Let's just be clear on that.
Yeah, we should get... Yeah, they're really annoying. They have no genetic diversity, so they don't war with each other.
Really?
Anytime groups of ants, Argentine ants, come next to each other, they end up just forming an alliance.
They're just real nice with each other?
Yeah.
That's so weird. It's like, usually my family fights all the time. I can't imagine, like, ants being like, no, you look enough like me, I won't fight you. You're cool.
Yeah. So what happened in Argentina and like the Amazon rainforest, they would divide up and then have their own separate colonies, and then they'd start creating genetic diversity.
Yeah.
Because they'd start mutating, and then once they met up again, they'd start battling for territory.
Yeah. And now they're just like, eh.
So I guess ants, if they see you're genetically different, they'll just start killing you.
Wow.
If you're another ant.
So it's good that they're pretty much homogenous now, because they're ultimately racist.
So yeah, when they came over to America and all the other parts of the world, they didn't have that much genetic diversity because it was only one type of ant. So then they became even less genetically diverse because there was no... One of the ant species, one of the Argentinian ant species, ended up becoming more, what do you call it? Powerful, I guess. For some reason, it just had more numbers, and that one won.
Well, yeah, it was best suited for its environment, so
Yeah.
it bred more than everyone else, and so it became dominant, and then...
Yeah, in America, in like Alabama or Louisiana, and and so they worked together to kill all the native ants of America.
Wow, this is getting dark. I mean, I know it's just ants, but this is getting surprisingly dark.
They killed all the native carpenter ants of California.
Wow.
And yeah, so those annoying ants that come out in the summertime.
Yeah.
That's them.
Really? Well, I mean, maybe it's best that they got rid of them. Well, welcome to the Transmit Podcast, where we're talking about ant genocide, apparently. Yeah, we've been recording for 3 minutes, dude.
Oh.
I'm going to cut off the first, minute and a half, because realistically, no one cares about your ant talk. I mean, listen, I'm your friend, and I kind of care. So, no, actually, that was pretty interesting. I'm really glad to know that.
Those ants that are annoying, that's them. They're from Argentina.
Damn, those Argentinian ants. All right, so listen, in keeping with our new format, I wanted to see if we could find something fun to talk about here. Okay. Have you had a coworker that is, more into chicks than you are?
Not really.
Because I did. I had to train a guy. He was supposed to drive and do everything, and I was supposed to make sure he did everything right and didn't kill anyone. Uh-huh. And he would do the thing where he would wait, stay, wait, stop, and make sure he could see a woman walk by. And all I need to do is acknowledge that there is an ass. I don't need to sit there and be wait, let me burn this into my memory. And he was kind of like that. He would continually be wait, don't, wait, close the door so I can use the mirror to see her butt. And I'm sitting there dude, listen, I like women. I swear to God, but we have a job to do, and also I feel this is getting creepy. Even for me, this is getting kind of creepy.
Yeah.
So, well, you work at an art place, or you do art, so everyone there is a little classier.
Yeah, I work. Well, I guess I have a few stories like that. I have a coworker. He's the art director.
Yeah.
And he likes girls. He likes the ladies, too.
Yeah.
I don't really have any particular stories. Sometimes you just know a guy when they talk about chicks, right?
Yeah.
He's married.
But he still needs to prove that he is a virile man.
I think he's been married for 20 years or something. Something crazy like that.
Yeah.
And maybe it was 15. And he'll be like, that, who did he like? He's like, that Taylor Swift. That's a good piece of ass right there. Kind of that kind of stuff.
It's weird. It's like he's like saying you could say like I find her incredibly attractive, and that is infinitely less weird than God, what a piece of ass. I'm like, no, that's the implications there. No matter what you say, is that you would like to do a sex on Taylor Swift. I understand that. We're all dudes here. We get it.
Yeah. Or like my boss when I'll be showing him, my art.
Yeah.
And it's it's just like a concept art of a shopping center, like architectural kind of drawing. And, there's always, like, people to make it look filled up, to make it look like it's lively.
Yeah.
There's actually people in your shopping center.
It's not just this barren, like, place that it looks like Chernobyl happened down the street.
Yeah. So he's always saying, like, where are all the women that look like they're ready, Why is this woman wearing a dress? I had a woman wearing, like, a long skirt.
Right.
I was like, I need some short skirts. I need some women with boobs. I need younger women.
Like, well, we're not selling like models here. They're not looking at that. It's not saying, listen, I wasn't gonna like go with your production firm, but I saw that you put some hot bitches in your design portfolio, and let me tell you, that sold me.
Yeah, that's a fine piece of ass. That's a fine piece of ass.
Like,
and that one looks kind of like Taylor Swift. Good job, you guys.
Yeah, listen, have I mentioned that Taylor Swift is a fine piece of ass? Like, no, you have not, sir.
Just imagine like a big business meeting in New York,
Why do I picture like a robber baron from like the 20s, like black suit, top hat, and a cane, weird facial hair?
That's a pretty good visual. I imagine just like a more modern business guy, more modern business setting.
Yeah, whenever I hear like someone like speaking like a full-on pig, I go full robber baron. But they have full knowledge of modern like pop culture. Like, I say, that Taylor Swift, I would like to give her a right good buggering.
Then takes a puff of a cigar.
Take a big cigar too. But they're still talking about the Asian markets. Like, I say, the Asian market is a little unstable for my tastes. Maybe the Orient will work itself out someday.
And when will we be able to look at Billie Eilish?
Yes.
I'm waiting for the day that she is appropriate to talk about.
Yes. When is it not creepy for me to lust after her? It's like, well, I mean, you're rich. I mean, well, who's the billionaire guy who ran the island?
Oh, are you talking about the pedophile guy?
Yeah, pedophile island guy.
What's his name?
God, we've already forgotten. The media has done its job. But look, if you're talking about like that kind of rich guy, you could go probably like to like Malaysia or something and just do that. So whatever. It's like, you don't have to ask when is it okay. You just go to the right like cigar lounge
where the age of consent is lower.
Yeah, lower. Shockingly, some would say.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, to him, yes, obviously it would be like gratefully. What's the word? Like normal people would use the word like whoa, but he would use the word like whoa.
Like in Thailand where it's like 13 or something.
He's like like wow. They have oh, hang on, listeners, we're getting some production notes. Wait, he's on his way now. Like the movie starts at like 1, right? We start filming at 1, right?
Yeah.
He could have come here and listen, listeners. Basically, our third host, Manda, she's doing her project for the film consortium. Mm-hmm. And so she couldn't be here today. And Mason, my roommate, said he couldn't show up for the podcast. But now here we are, just starting the podcast. And he's like, oh, I can totally just ditch out and film.
Well,
here's the show talk today. Show talk today?
Judge.
We're going to talk shit about Mason.
Isn't the... Yeah, we need more confrontational...
Yeah, we need some tea. Where's the tea on this guy?
Conversations on this show.
Yeah, like Victor, I don't like your face. Boom, confrontation.
I don't like the way that your neck connects to your head, man.
I know. It's so gross. Damn it. How did you find my one thing that I'm super...
You know what? What can actually help with it?
What?
This is completely pseudoscientific.
Yeah. Wait, did you say completely pseudoscientific?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
Hanging.
All right.
Now, people do hanging sometimes for their organs.
That sounds like you're telling me to kill myself.
It's just a really elaborate way to tell you to just kill yourself.
Just kill myself.
Back in the day, people just type kill yourself and then hit send.
Yeah, now
on
you have to
YouTube.
take it to the next level
That's
and
like-
convince your friend that there's a therapeutic means to mess with your neck.
Well, no. Like people, they'll either what they'll do is they'll hang from their arms on like a pull-up bar.
Yeah.
Do that for like 10 minutes.
Well, how's that going to help my neck?
Or you hang upside down. That way, all of your
Oh, yeah, like that back thing they talk, the teeter-totter thing.
yeah. So it stretches your spine out, stretches your neck too, and just all your organs will just kind of because the day pushes you down.
Right, because gravity.
And then when you lay down, it pushes you down from like, I guess the chest to the back, right?
Yeah.
But nothing's really pulling you down from head to toe,
That's true.
toe to head,
Right. Which also sounds a little sexual.
toe to head,
Yeah. Okay, or maybe it just sounds like you're threatening to kick someone. I don't know.
toe to head.
Listen,
So,
I am that guy that I was talking about at the beginning of the podcast that likes chicks too much, but I don't vocalize it as much.
Yeah.
Because how often do you hear me saying like, "Hey, do you want to have sex with that woman?"
I don't know. I think about that too because there's that's like a different social communication that men have.
Yeah, we all have that desire.
But like it's just
I think it's a social ineptitude because you should know,
so?
like, you're a dude. We got that.
But I think it's just the way to connect to other dudes. It's
I
like,
guess so, yeah.
hey, look at that girl.
Yeah, I would have preferred he liked, like, I don't know, like Babylon 5. Or, honestly, he's like, what do you like to do? And we go off that. Like, listen, it was just kind of weird, and I don't want to talk about his dick, like, even, like, abstractly.
Yeah, for me, like when I'm looking at girls with you or Samantha, I just like, nudge you, be like, hey, look at that one.
Yeah.
And I don't.
You don't go the full on, like, she is attractive, and I would like to insert my body into hers.
Let's look at her for a little bit longer.
Yeah, let's look at her for longer than is socially acceptable.
I just need acknowledgement that you saw it, or I'll keep
I'm going to keep bugging you
about
shit.
it. So I'm like, hey, you see that one?
It's like,
And if you
yes.
don't give me the correct acknowledgement, if you're like, which one? Like that one.
That one. Is
That
it
one.
The old lady? No, to the right. That's a dude. No, to the left now. No,
I'm trying to show you a chick. Damn it. And then you're like, yeah, I saw it. And then I'll be like, okay.
we're good.
We saw it.
We all know she's attractive. Okay.
We saw that she's attractive.
Okay.
We can move on with our lives.
Everything has to come to a grinding halt.
Everything else, yeah.
What if doctors had to do that? Like, if that guy became a doctor, it's like he's sitting there operating on someone's heart. He looks up as like a hot nurse walks by. Hey, nurse.
Look, she's bending over. You see that?
Oh, dude, sir, he's losing blood. Sir,
Wait.
doctor. No.
Okay, she's standing up. All right, back to...
The patient's dead. Oh, well, but she was hot, right?
Yeah, she's totally...
Yes, doctor. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, I think abstractly, for some show talk, we should talk about what we're doing today. Hey, actually, can we talk about that?
I think we can type... I don't think we have a gag order for
We do not. Oh yeah, we can have pictures of it, but basically,
Mega 64 movie.
yeah, we're more and more tightly intertwined with Mega 64 as we're doing their next, what is it called, version 4.
I think so.
Yeah, well, we're doing some filming for that today, and that's why Mason is in communique with us, and we're going to be some heavies in that movie. It's really fun. I
Yeah.
got to help choreograph some stuff. Like, what was it, like a year ago now?
Yeah. They've been working on that movie for a while.
Yeah, I mean, you see the amount of stuff they put out, and you can see why. But it's cool that now that this is paying off in ways beyond just I have to move a ring every month.
Yeah.
This is like this is what networking is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm making sure I'm doing it right. Otherwise, I have no clue what the fuck networking is.
Yeah, I mean...
But basically, I'm sober. I'm relatively capable.
Are you sober, though? I thought you were drinking some of this.
Okay, I'm on average.
You're buzzed.
Okay, yes, I'm a little buzzed. Okay, but
On average, you're a sober
on average,
person.
I'm a sober. Like when it comes time to work, I'm a sober, reliable.
Except for today.
Except for today. No, I only had one drink. The filming is in like what time is it?
Is this considered work?
I consider this a passion project, so I can't. And also the alcohol helps. It enhances this one.
Yeah.
Obviously, my job where I drive, alcohol is not enhancement. But if we get paid for this, a little bit of booze, might help.
So let's talk about our first experience. I guess we can count that as show talk because it was at the Tango Del Rey,
Yeah.
where we have every show.
Oh yeah. So yeah, our first filming experience, we did a fight scene basically. We're a bunch of masked villains, and we had to like. So one of the bad guys. Actually, we shouldn't spoil too much. So let's talk more generally about like our experiences.
Oh yeah. Okay. So here's what I remember.
What do you remember
from Tango Del Rey?
With
I remember
Mega
just
64?
standing there most of the time.
Well, yeah, and I think that's a lot of filming. Is you wait until it's time to go right now.
And I think we're all ninjas,
We're kind of like tactical masked ninjas, yeah, with capes.
and we all had like a different weapon.
Yep, I had the machete. I chose wisely because the machete's a power weapon.
I forgot what my weapon was.
You forgot. I still remember.
I don't know.
Seriously, that's how I keep getting the lead role because I keep remembering the sword I have. It's basically a sword.
I think there was only one guy who had a gun.
Yeah,
Like, it
I
was all
used the
like-
gun. I used the gun. Basically, we filmed a scene where I had to like shoot somebody,
Oh.
and basically, we there's a lot of choreography with that bit, like more so than a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, and then Travis was like a Stephen Hawking character.
He was. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, realistically, you were here for when we mentioned that he's back,
Yeah.
but now he has his own wheelchair, so he could bring.
Little did he know that he was doing.
He's
It was like a premonition of
art
his
imitated life in that way.
life imitated art.
Like imitated. Oh yeah, sorry, the other way. But
we did film a music video there.
Yeah,
Do you
we
remember-
did.
Were you that part?
I
of
was there for that,
so
too.
that video's out, and we can talk about it.
That's another Tango Del Rey. He used the Tango Del Rey like he's getting there as much as we do.
I know.
But what I wanted to say is I was lucky. I managed to use some of my martial arts knowledge to help choreograph some of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, remember I was telling, you should kick like this, and he could roll his arm out like this, and then go to back fist, and it looks all legit. That was really cool. I felt like I really contributed there.
So guess who was also there?
Who was also there?
Who was doing fight choreography?
Who was?
Fernando Huerto.
Fernando
Huerto.
Huerto?
He's
I think I'm his friend on Facebook.
Filipino guy.
Makes sense.
Fernando Huerto. He works at Universal Studios.
Whoops. I'm trying to look him up now.
He used to actually wrestle with us in the early days of before it was even Super Awesome Showdown. Back when it was Saw.
Yeah, he's my friend on Facebook. There we go.
Yeah, that guy. He's a really cool guy. And he actually did not only fight choreography for that show and for the music video that we shot.
Yeah.
With the big fight scene and everything. But he did fight choreography.
Jesus.
I'm drunk.
You've had like one drink. What the hell?
For Jordan Peele's movies.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Get Out and Us.
Oh, that's pretty cool. And there was some interesting choreography because like in Us, like that was interesting because that fight scene at the end was like partially dance. She had to the crazy one, quote unquote, was she was like she wanted to have the ballet life that the other one did.
Yeah.
And so she used like her dance moves to outdo to initially start winning that fight.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was a really unique fight.
And that's actually has some basis in reality. Like Bruce Lee, he was a dance instructor. That does help your footwork, and footwork is a major part of fighting.
Oh, Bruce Lee was a dancer. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, like there's a lot of stuff you didn't know that I know. And probably
did you
very
know about Argentine ants though?
I did not. And listen, I thank you. I will thank you every day for the rest of my life for enlightening me that those little ants. Actually,
From Argentina.
Every time I leave a crumb in my room, they come in.
And they're well suited for sniffing that stuff out.
Seriously, like there's nothing there, and then I like leave a plate on my desk. Like I get drunk and eat dinner, and while I'm watching a movie, and I pass out, and I wake up, and it's like, well, I have ants again.
See, they were able to adapt. Like, I guess for millions of years, they would just eat like, dead stuff on the forest floor.
Yeah.
But then these ants are like, oh, we can just eat like sugar and we don't give a fuck. We'll just
Yeah.
we'll just go anywhere.
Look, a trash can filled with McDonald's food.
Yeah, I'll eat that.
It's not poison to us. Sadly, it's poison to us humans. I mean, it's delicious poison, but it's poison.
And if ants die, they're just easily replaced.
Yeah.
Seems like whenever you try to kill them, they just like spawn immediately. They just
Exactly. It's
respawn.
like a video game. They respawn and
You can never kill them.
no, you can never. Oh, God. Oh man, this is okay. So I was hoping this would go well, and I'm glad that we got some good energy.
Yeah.
Even though Manda's not here, and really she is the lifeblood of this damn podcast. I am ashamed to admit.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, let's.
I think it would be interesting though if we were more confrontational. If I was like, no, shut the fuck up.
Just
I'm tired of your shit.
tired of your shit, Manda. It's like,
No, if it was me and you. Or,
oh, just,
yeah, if we did that with Manda, it would be too much.
that'd be too much. She's actually
be
nice.
over.
She's nice. That's why I was a little shocked there. Like, what did she do?
No, but for us to be interesting, we have to be confrontational.
Okay, here, let's find something we disagree on. Shit, we're friends. This isn't gonna work, man.
Yeah, we don't want to.
How about we not?
And we don't talk about politics on the show.
We do not. We absolutely do not talk about politics.
You know what? Or
okay,
I'm going to talk about politics a little bit though.
Oh shit. Okay,
So
I can delete this if it gets too heavy.
there are a lot of topics out there
Yes,
that haven't been like touched by politics yet, that politicians don't really talk about yet.
and I hope they never do.
Yeah, because then they're just going to become politicized.
Can you imagine like Beto O'Rourke weighing in on Star Wars?
I know. Then
Now his is the Democratic viewpoint on Star Wars, and by default now, the conservatives have to take a different tack.
yeah,
Can you imagine like whoever gets to it first gets the first crack at what the opinion for their party is?
yeah, exactly. And that's what I was thinking about, like automation and artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
Those haven't really. Well, now they have, but they haven't really been largely talked about by politics yet.
Yeah.
Until recently.
Only Mr. Yang, our
by
boy.
one guy, Andrew Yang. But he's talking about automation, not so much AI. I wonder what when that actually becomes a wedge issue, like what the politics are going to be like that on that.
Yeah,
are
that's
going to be like.
Ooh, that is interesting. Well, I actually really don't know because really large scale like the automation they're talking about is still a ways out. I think. Because, I don't know. We're getting better at implementing automation and stuff, but even though like you can replace a teller with like McDonald's with a screen, we don't have like an arm that can cook a burger.
Yeah. Not yet. They're still working on that.
They're working on that. And
they're trying to work on everything.
oh, God willing, we'll have a burger robot soon.
Burger robot. Yeah, and then at one point it'll be like maybe 50 or 100 years from now, it'll be considered barbaric that we actually made humans do that.
I know, right? It's like, you made a human cook food? What is wrong with you? Well, some people actually really like doing it. You fucking monster. Like, no. You ever see the movie Jiro Dreams of Sushi? It was like his passion. You brainwashed him into thinking that was his passion, is what you did. The food hierarchy brainwashed him.
I mean, we had to actually go out and kill animals and stuff.
Yeah, at one point, before we had a factory do it for us.
Yeah, now we make farmers do it.
Well, I mean, we still have people doing it. So
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess,
That's true.
no, I think that
But less people have to do it now.
exactly. I think that if the future looks anything like the past, like more machines equals different jobs, and it will enrich your life for the better, for the most part.
Yeah.
So we just got to learn to adapt.
Yeah.
And once those goddamn baby boomers die off, we'll be set.
The baby boomers.
Once they fucking die. No, my dad's a baby boomer. I harbor them little ill will. Okay, this is kind of gives news now. Are we getting to the news?
Sure.
Okay, let's make this. We're kind of getting into the news. But yeah, I think Andrew Yang he's saying things that need to be like at least talked about and brought into the discourse.
Yeah.
Because it feels like a lot of the let's just do a very high level political talk.
Okay.
They're talking about a lot of old stuff,
It's true.
and Mr. Yang is the only one talking about like more modern issues.
Yeah. People call him a futurist, but he calls himself a presentist because he believes that.
I really wish he had a better name for that.
Yeah, presentist sounds kind of boring.
It sounds. I'm a presentist. Like, come on, man. There's got to be a better word for the here and now.
Yeah, but like it's fun when like someone comes out and he's talking about the future because sci-fi is cool and Star Wars and Star Trek is cool.
Oh yeah.
So when a guy comes out and he's like, he has conversations that have to do with robots.
Yeah.
And like robots taking over. Our minds go to Matrix and Terminator, and we're like, okay, that's cool.
Yes,
I'm interested.
I'm interested. Let's hear about. I've seen the movies warning me about this. What will you do to keep the robot menace from taking over?
Well, all the other politicians on both sides are just talking about healthcare and racism.
Yeah, pretty much.
Every politician is obsessed with healthcare and racism.
It's like Andrew Yang sitting there like, So yeah, they're building machines to replace us. You realize that, right? Like, yeah, but healthcare and racism. Okay, but guys. So
they're racist.
Those machines are racist. No, those machines aren't racist. They are.
And healthcare.
Wait, how can we weave racism into this one?
Racist healthcare.
The most racist healthcare. It's like the Klan plan is it is undoubtedly racist. Oh my god. Maybe we are buzzed. We're making no fucking sense. All right.
Well, we're trying to talk about politics without actually taking a side either way.
Listen, I don't want to piss everyone off, okay? Or half the.
But both sides talk about racism and
they do. They really fucking do.
Whether they it's just nuanced from there. It's like, what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah.
What is and isn't racism? How does healthcare good or bad?
Yeah.
How should healthcare be dealt with is basically.
I mean, that is a worthy subject, but also like they need to like talk about more stuff other than what the talking points are.
Yeah, I know.
It feels like there's like 3 talking points for every election cycle.
Foreign stuff, like foreign policy, right? War.
Yeah.
Healthcare and like
the economy is kind of in there. Maybe 4.
Economy, yeah. And then the racism.
And stuff. How racist is your candidate? Tonight at 11.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, actually.
Yeah, it's like is anyone gonna realize that like these aren't really like nuanced or even well thought out attacks? This is just the standard attack.
Yeah.
It's not like they thought up a new one. Like, hey, wait a second, I think this guy's a racist. It's like, no, this is just their playbook that they whip out. Turn to page 1. I was like, what do we start with? Let's see. Do they have any tweets in the past? Okay, but okay.
Like, that one could be considered racism. We can argue for it.
Yeah, so let's rub that one in his face. It's like, well, that's from like 15 years ago. Like, it doesn't matter. Wasn't that joke acceptable? Didn't Tosh.0 tell that joke on camera? It's like, but he's not Tosh.0.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. That's the news I kind of want to talk about. Was that kid who was donating $1 million to charity?
What?
And they found out he quoted Tosh.0. Like he told a joke that was like, especially by today's standard, racist, apparently. But it was okay for a guy on TV to say it. And so basically Bud Light or whatever, Miller Lite, I think, he partnered with him. He like put a sign up at a ball game saying he wanted beer money. He got like $100,000. So he bought a case of beer and said, okay, everything else, I'm going to donate to charity. And then like Anheuser-Busch or something paired with him and said, listen, we'll match your donation. And it's like millions of dollars. And so he's donating millions of dollars to charity. And someone still felt the need to go into his Twitter past and find some shitty thing he said. Because apparently he was like 16 at the time, too. So, like, we're going to hold, like, this man responsible for what he did as a child and not take into account that he's literally donating millions of dollars to, like, children's hospitals. I think that gives you some leeway.
I don't know that story. I'll look into it.
You really should. It's kind of sad. Like, when people say that cancel culture doesn't exist, I say, right there. Right there.
It does. Yeah, it totally does exist.
It's like you cancel the guy who, when he was 16, said something, yes, immature and shitty, but he was a 16-year-old boy, and the only reason you know about him is because he was doing something so altruistic you would have never done it.
Yeah. See, we have a podcast now.
Yeah.
And someone could dig through the archives of our podcast.
And hear me saying I disapprove of a woman getting a director's role as a joke and then use that out of context.
You said that?
Oh yeah, when Manda was talking about she had a movie thing, it's like, well, it's a women in films thing. It's like, well, I disapprove, but please go on. And it was kind of just a joke about me being a sexist. But if you take that out of context or you just put it into print form, it
looks bad.
Yeah, well, it's like with the Dave Chappelle thing. No one's like who criticizes him is showing like video clips of the things in question. They're like typing it out, or they're not even mentioning the jokes in context, because you can say like he said. Trans people are like this, and if you read it dry, it sounds horrific.
I know.
If you take half of a sentence and remove it from the rest of the joke and read it in that dry, like court stenographer voice.
Yeah, like the Bill Burr
the Bill special. Yeah. Oh, you saw the Bill Burr special?
Yeah, I didn't see it yet, but I saw that part where you showed me that part where he's talking about
reading stuff.
Like when a girl says no, stop.
It's like there's no stop. You're so bad. And then in the court, it's like, so the woman said, no, stop. You're being so bad. This is awful.
Get away from me.
Get away. Like, no, that's not how she said it. No. So let's say, and
Yeah.
once again, we found something we agree on, which is cancel culture exists and is crap.
Well, yeah, but it's also nuanced, right? 'Cause,
Right, well-
sometimes people do.
They do say,
Sometimes it was like a month ago.
if it's a month ago, yeah, totally.
And it's like super racist.
Yeah, if that's the case, no. But no, the cool thing was about that story is the guy who dug up the kid's story or that guy's story or the tweets, he apparently has a bunch of racist tweets
Oh, okay.
because he also quoted like rappers and stuff,
Oh, yeah.
and he got canceled.
Oh, man.
So this weird snake eating its own tail of like righteous indignation.
At least the Guardians of the Galaxy director, what's his name, James Gunn?
James Gunn, yeah, he's back.
He came back.
Yeah, it's like, that's the thing. Like people say it doesn't hurt your, like, look, James Gunn is still here, but that still hurts your career. Like he wasn't doing work during that time.
Yeah.
Like Kevin Hart, he's not hosting the Oscars because he told like 4 jokes back when those jokes were acceptable to tell, and he already apologized for them, and you want him to apologize again. And that's kind of the lame. And
People don't accept the apologies.
no, you need fresh apologies every month.
Or when they come out, they're like, he didn't mean it.
Like, okay,
That's bullshit.
and it's becoming its own faith system, where it's like, no, you have to prostrate yourself at the altar of your sensitivity
Yeah.
at a regular interval, and be like pious to us.
Yeah.
And so and the Oscars are suffering because there's no host and it's super lame because no one is like, it'll damage your career.
So who's hosting? There's no one hosting the Oscars right now.
No, it's because no one wants to do that shit. It's like it will irreparably damage your career.
You know who can do it?
Who? Maybe Tom Hanks.
Uncle Joey from Full House.
He could.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, he could.
He's
Wait,
who's left. He's who's left.
wait, Uncle Joey. So that's not Bob Saget.
It's not Bob Saget.
Yeah, he definitely could not.
And it's not the other one with the nice hair.
Wait, see, so wait.
It's the blonde guy.
Oh, the blonde guy. Yes, I never with the big chin.
Yeah, Alanis Morissette wrote that song about.
Wait, that's what it's about?
Yeah.
Really? I did not know that.
She wrote that song about, what's it called? Jagged Little Pill or something?
Yeah. It's like, I hope you're thinking of me when you fuck her. And
Yeah.
would she go down on you in a theater? It's like, well, I mean,
Did I bug you in the middle of dinner?
yeah. Well, I'm betting you could probably find someone who would go down on you in a theater. I mean, honestly, if you're a TV star,
Yeah.
yeah.
He dated her when she was really young, and he was a little bit older, and she wanted to maybe start a life with him.
And he was
like,
not.
I was like, no, you're too young. I don't want to deal with this. Broke up with her. And then one time, this is all hearsay.
Okay.
According to Uncle Joey, I forget his real name, but he said he called her up once and he's like, I can't talk right now. I'm in the middle of dinner with my wife, my kids. Man, I can't talk. And then hung up. And then the song comes out,
Uh-oh.
and then he hears that line. I'd hate to bug you in the middle of dinner.
Oh, jeez. Okay, you learn something new every day here on the Transmit podcast.
Who would have thought that, Uncle? So maybe he can't even host the Oscars.
No, he cannot
because
Alanis Morissette's going to come out with a whole bunch of dirt,
yeah,
with all of the dirt.
and he's one of the cleanest comics too.
Ooh, that is rough stuff. No, I'd say like you'd have to go non-comedian. Just go Tom Hanks.
Oh, there we go.
Or at this point, if he was still alive, Mr. Rogers.
Tom Hanks is the one that
He's playing Mr. Rogers, so.
those conspiracy theorists on the right conspiracy theory. Oh, damn it! Now we're talking about politics.
Well, just say conspiracy theorist.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll cut that out.
Tom Hanks is the one where there's certain conspiracy theorists out there.
Yeah.
That think he may or may not be a pedophile.
Okay, I think everyone is going to have that thrown in their face at some point now.
Yeah.
Honestly, because
Either racist or pedophile.
Yeah,
if someone doesn't like you.
If someone doesn't like you, they'll call you all sorts of horrible stuff, and it's all just unless you can show him in a Klan hood or something. At this point, it has so little cachet with me.
And here's the thing that's weird about him.
What's that?
On his Twitter, he likes to take pictures of pears, but where the pear is missing. So he'll like to take a picture of a sock.
Oh, okay. I thought you
just
said
a shoe.
fruit. I'm sitting there can I take pictures of pears? But how is the pear miss? How do you know there should be a pear, the fruit in the picture if it's not there?
Yeah.
What context? How did you figure out the context?
Unless it was an atomic bomb dropped.
Yeah,
and it,
right.
took a shadow picture.
It's that's what tipped everyone off.
There used to be a pear there, but it's not like humans or anything.
Just
Tom
fruit.
Hanks just wants the fruit.
It's God, Tom Hanks might not be the nicest guy in Hollywood. He had an atomic bomb strike to make this art.
No, but it's gloves and socks and shoes. And
Oh, okay,
stuff.
that makes more
It's
sense
like when
now.
there's a piece missing of something.
Oh man,
I guess
okay.
that freaks people out.
I guess some people listen. He's the nice guy in Hollywood. He doesn't mean he's like all nice.
Yeah.
And that being said, I think this is a good place to leave off.
Yeah.
All right, so thank you for listening to the Transmit Podcast. I'm your host, Spike.
I'm Victor.
We'll see you next time.